Hello everybody, my name's Nicola and welcome back to the Frugal Cottage, where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is all about how I intend to build an £1,000 a month dividend income stream. So don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get started. So why dividends first of all? The main reason for building a dividend income stream is that it is entirely passive. Now I'll leave a link below to the dividend investment video I've already done. I'll leave it below in the description box. But dividends themselves are paid out and you don't have to do anything other than owning either shares in an individual company or in a fund. And I'm not going to go into the details of what dividends are and how they work. I'll leave a link below to that video if you want to check it out. But dividends are passive, i.e. I don't have to go to work to go and get them. But there are obviously things like at the moment some companies have cut their dividends, there are things like that, but on the whole you don't have to do anything other than just keep a bit of an eye on the news of the various companies and funds that you hold. But overall it should be fairly passive in the sense that you don't have to do anything. That is why. And why are we looking to earn dividends? Well, we are looking for financial freedom. I'll leave a link below to the video that went up yesterday about how we are hoping to retire early. But essentially part of that plan is to have an income stream that pays for most of our expenses. So the big picture for us is financial freedom. So the freedom to do things that we are not requiring to have employment to do. And the reason for that is basically to have more time for ourselves and with our family, which is why we're doing all of this all together. But the big thing, the financial independence and the retire early, is a big reason about why I am building this income stream. Now, how do I intend to do this? I have a stocks and shares ISA with Hargreaves Lansdown, and that's the provider that I use. And the reason why I've got an ISA is because it is tax-free. You can currently, at the moment, each tax year put £20,000 in. We don't save anywhere near this. But it's within an ISA, so it is all tax-free. So all the profits you get from the shares and from the dividends are not taxed because they're in that tax wrapper. And it's a really easy platform to use. So that's where my ISA is. That's how I track all of our investments. Because we don't hit the threshold for the savings within an ISA, we simply don't earn enough. I am the only one who has the investment, so it's quite easy because it's all in one place to track our dividend income. Now another link I will leave below is my dividend income for December 2019 and then 2019's total, because that December 2019 has been my biggest month to date and then the year overall has been the biggest to date. Now this year is going to be slightly different, but it is a ball that is starting to roll. Within my ISA I aim to save each month between £400 and £700 a month into my stocks and shares ISA. We also do mortgage overpayments. I'll leave a link below to why you should try and do mortgage overpayments because the numbers are insane. But the rest of that, most of that goes into our ISA. I wish it was more, I'm not going to lie, depending on kind of what bills come up or whatever, you know, like the one-off ones. And if I've managed to make any money through side hustles, it is between £400 and £700 a month that I invest into our stocks and shares ISA. I say ours, it's in my name, but it's, you know, they're joint savings. We have joint finances for everything, so it goes in there, and then I decide which company or fund then I put that money into, so that I buy more shares within that and then receive dividend income from that point onwards for those. When I first started, my strategy was slightly more risky. As I've got more used to investing, as I've got more confident with investing, my investment strategy has changed. I now try and have more money in funds than individual shares because it is less risky. The downside to that is that the funds don't pay as much in dividends. The individual companies tend to because they're slightly more risky. But the balance there is building this dividend income stream to £1,000 a month. Average £12,000 a year. The reason for why it's that number is because that will cover the majority of our fixed expenses, and then that tips the balance in being able to be kind of financially free and not rely on another job because we've got this other passive income stream that pays our fixed expenses, and that's the aim. So I'm investing in these companies and funds and shares, £400 to £700 a month It doesn't sound a lot, but you know what the main aspect of this, and which will really help, is time and consistency. So time, when you're investing, especially to build a dividend income stream, it is a long-term game. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme unless you suddenly have a lot of money to put into stocks and shares. Most holdings, if you're aiming for around 4 to 5%, if you look at it on paper, say you invest £1,000 or something, the return seems quite small and you have to invest a lot to get to that number. However, the reason that time helps is because over time you continue, consistency, putting in money each month, as I'm going to, into my investment account, but I also reinvest any dividends that I currently get from these holdings already. You can set them to automatically reinvest. I choose to have them sitting in my ISA, and then I choose where to put them next. It's a bit an easier way to rebalance, but also I like to see the income arrive and then choose where it goes myself. I like that aspect of it. That should help me build this £1,000 a month dividend income stream a bit quicker. Because the numbers that we can invest are not large, it will take time. The biggest amount I've got so far in 1 month is £340 and something pence. So you can see there's a long way to go. But the long-term aim for us is to reach that £1,000 a month dividend income stream. I follow some American bloggers who get like $10,000 a month in income. That just seems like way out of reach, but £1,000 a month is what we're aiming for at the moment. So the two ways I'm going to do this is I invest consistently, £400 to £700 a month. Every month, should be every month anyway. I was going to say every month without fail, but it does depend. Some months are easier than others. It does depend on our general spending. And I try to put the top end of that in every month. I leave it in there. I do not touch my investments. Even if they go down, they only go down like on the screen, and it doesn't count, if you like, until you sell them at a loss. And because I intend to keep these shares for 10, 20, 30 years, hopefully by that point any kind of losses will be absolutely wiped out by gains during that time, and reinvesting the dividends in there as well should build that. So consistency, waiting them out, and invest in the dividends. By not selling at a loss, in fact my whole strategy is to just buy and hold, so I haven't sold, bar one, I haven't sold any of my holdings since I started. But the £1,000 a month is such a big aim because it will pay for most of our fixed expenses. And then we can focus on the fun stuff. We can focus on, right, maybe we don't have to work as much as we are at the moment, or maybe we can do something else, or, you know, it gives you the options, and that's what we're hoping for. So this is how I'm going to build a dividend income stream of £1,000 a month. Do you have any dividends? Are you looking to build that dividend income stream? Let me know in the comments below, and if you have any tips on how to make this quicker, then feel free to leave them. The only way I can see that this would speed up is if I suddenly somehow came into lots of extra money that I could reinvest every month. I don't see that happening unless my side hustles take off, but I am relying on the time and the consistency being the key here, which if you read any kind of investment financial things, most of the time they say that consistency, getting in the habit of something, is key to that. I hope this has given you a bit of an insight into what our plan is. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.